We are just 6 days away from Christmas, and everyone who celebrates, I hope you guys have all the shopping done and everything you need for the big holiday, because as we get closer, it gets a little more stressful, and I don't want any stress on you guys. And anyone who celebrates Hanukkah, that's already over, and anyone who celebrates Kwanzaa, that's coming up as well. That starts the day after Christmas on December 26th. So guys, I hope you guys are prepped and prepared, and you guys can sit back and enjoy this video, and we can just have a good time talking about the new comic books that are coming out in 2 days. No, one day, tomorrow on New Comic Book Day. But guys, make sure you guys are sticking around to the end of the video to find out if you guys won last week's giveaway, but also to find out how to enter this week's giveaway. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Wednesday pull list, which is your hype video for New Comic Book Day, which is tomorrow, December 20th of 2023. Now this pull list is going to be a little different than normal. I know I've been saying that a lot lately. My schedule is just so busy all the time. But this past weekend, Stephanie and I went to Pennsylvania. We took the kids with us and we did some awesome holiday things, and I just did not have any time to get caught up on my reading. So I have a whole stack of books here. Yep, this is not even all of them. I got a whole stack of books to read after I make this video. So there will be no top 3 books this week. This is gonna be my cover lover picks, and then we're just gonna go over the pull list and have a really good time talking about the new comic books that are coming out tomorrow that are on my pull list. And that's gonna be this week's video. So it's a little different than normal, but we're still gonna have a ton of fun, and I'm still gonna get you pumped and excited to get down to your local LCS. Let's not waste any more time and dive right in to these cover lover picks. I gotta tell you guys, I really enjoy having the Christmas tree here. It brings that Christmas spirit to the month of December on this channel, and I'm gonna miss it in January, but that's okay. I like having a special month where we have something a little extra, you know? All right, guys, that's enough about Christmas and Christmas trees. Let's cover these cover lover picks because there are some good ones this week. All right, guys, we're gonna start this off with Superman issue number 9, the cover C variant done by the amazing Bruno Redondo. I am such a big fan of him as a person and as an artist. He's such a good, cool dude. And this cover with Superman holding like the top of the Daily Planet, like on his shoulder and back as he's giving this little girl back her teddy bear, is so cool, and he's such a great artist. But guys, next up is another cover for Superman issue number 9. This is the cover E variant, which is the Christmas variant done by Mikel Janin, and it's the Action Comics homage with Santa Claus with his sleigh slamming it down. So good. And next up is another holiday cover, and it is for Wonder Woman issue number 4, the cover D variant. I've shown this cover ever since it was on previews. It's so gorgeous. Now this cover is done by Pablos Villalobos, and it's my favorite holiday cover, I want to say. It features Wonder Woman, and she looks absolutely gorgeous, but also epically strong, and she's on this reindeer. You got Santa Claus behind her. So good. But guys, next up is another cover for Wonder Woman issue number 4. This is the cover C variant done by Julian Totino Tedesco. I've been loving all these Tedesco covers for Wonder Woman. I think they've been absolutely fantastic. And I love this one of Wonder Woman breaking the chains. It's so good. But next up is Spawn issue number 348. Now this is the cover B variant, which I'm weirdly not adding a bunch of Spawn variants to this list because they should be on here because they're so good. And this one done by Von Randall, which is a really cool name. Von Randall. It's just epic. Yeah, Spawn with his gun. He's up on the top of a building or something. It is so good. But guys, next up is Doctor Strange issue number 10. Now Marvel's doing like these ski chalet variants, not like Christmas holiday ones, which I guess is fine, but Marvel, just dive into the Christmas spirit, or at least the holiday spirit. But this one is done by Pablos Villalobos, and it features Claire Strange in a little bikini, and there's like a Doctor Strange snowman in the background. So freaking good. But guys, next up is Uncanny Avengers issue number 5. Now this is the 1:25 ratio variant done by Stephanie Hans. It's just a great Stephanie Hans variant. I really like it. And guys, next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 146. Now this one is done by Riley Rusimo. And guys, this is the countdown to issue number 150. And I believe in issue number 151, we're going to get a new creative team and hopefully a new direction. I stopped reading Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because the story was just, I don't know, it was getting weird and out there. I want them to bring the story back to the Turtles themselves, but right now they're actually separating each other. They're actually like separated from each other, which is, I don't know. You do your thing, IDW, but hopefully you can reboot the series after 150. But guys, next up is Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong, issue number 3. Now this is the cover B variant done by John Boy Myers, and I really like it. You got Godzilla in the background and he's staring down Superman. How good is that? But there is another cover for this book. It is the 1-in-25 ratio variant done by Simon DeMeo. You guys know I'm a big Simon DeMeo fan, and check this cover out. You got Godzilla, which looks to be like in Gotham. You got the bat light up, and he looks like he's all charging up with lightning or whatever. So good. And there is another 1-in-25 ratio variant for a different book that I really like. It is Jay Garrett, The Flash, issue number 3, which is the cover C variant done by Gavin Gertie? I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, but I'm probably totally butchering your name, Gavin, and I apologize. But I really like this cover. You got Jay Garrett running across the cover, but like in a bunch of different positions, and like, I don't know. It's really cool to me. I really like it. And if this is like, you know, if I can snag it for like 12 bucks, I might actually pick it up because that's how much I like it. But guys, next up is Batman Off-World, issue number 2. This is the cover B variant done by Francisco Mattina, and it's gorgeous. You got Batman, he's like in like, you know, the galaxy, and you got Gog behind him. Such a cool cover. Francisco Matino, bring in the heat. Now there's, let's see, 5 more covers. Next up is Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Redder, issue number 6. Then this is just the cover A, done by Jenny Frison, Harley Quinn. It's fantastic. It's so good. But this next one might be my favorite cover of the week. We still have 3 covers after that, but this cover is, it's so good. This is Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Redder, issue number 6, the cover B variant, done by Julian Totino Tedesco. Guys, look at this cover. It is fantastic. Harley Quinn on like a moped with 3 hyenas in the back, and it's just chaos, but it's gorgeous. This is like so good. I love this cover. Guys, let me know what you think about this cover down in the comments below when you're leaving the hashtag I love comic books, so that way you can get your entry into this week's giveaway. Tell me what you think about this cover. That can be your comment. But guys, next up is Red Light, issue number 2, the cover A, done by Jeff DeCall. I am becoming a bigger and bigger fan of Jeff DeCall every time this guy puts out a cover, and these ones for Red Light are so good. I need to read issue number 1. I mean, I need to read all the books for this week, but I'm really excited for this series because it seems like it's going to be really good, and these covers are so good. I've seen the covers for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I believe, and they're all bangers. But guys, next up is Red Light, issue number 2, the cover C variant, done by Chris Ferguson, and it's like this cool movie poster, and it's also a little sexy, and it's just, I don't know, it's got this vibe going on that I really like. Now, the last cover I'm going to show you guys is Vampirella vs. Superpowers, issue number 6. There's been so many good covers for this series. This is the cover D, done by Francisco Tomaselli, and I really like it. It is a little sexy. We got a bunch of cleavage here, but Vampirella looks awesome otherwise. It's just, I don't know, it's a really cool cover. It's not focusing so much on her chest. It's more on her face and just like the blood and everything. It's really good, and I really like that cover. And I also love that it's not like a 1-in-20 or anything. It's just the cover D, which you can pick up because Dynamite prints like 15, 20 covers for every single book they put out. But that's not here nor there. But those are all of my cover lover picks for this week. Let me know down in the comments below which covers that you really like. Tell me what you think about that Harley Quinn Black, White, and Redder issue number 6, the cover B variant, done by Julian Totino Tedesco, because it's so good. And I just want to know what you guys think. Now, like I said, I have no new number 1s, no chopping block, no almost top 3, no top 3 books. We're just going to dive into this pull list, check out all the books, and just, yeah, wrap the video up after it. So let's go ahead and dive in to my pull list. All right, guys, there are 19 books on my pull list this week. There were 22 last week, 19 this week. Why are my pull lists so gigantic? Yeah, it's because I collect too many comics. That's exactly why my pull lists are too big. But that's okay. I love this hobby. I love collecting these books. And yeah, so let's go ahead and dive right into this pull list. And the first book on my pull list is Batman Santa Claus Silent Night issue number 3. I read issue number 1. It was super duper fun, and I'm just gonna ride this series out. It's a 4-issue mini. There's some banger covers for every single issue. I just gotta tell you guys, do not take this book too seriously. Go in lighthearted and just enjoy, because that's exactly what this book is meant for. But guys, next up is Batman Superman World's Finest issue number 22. You got Mark Waid, Dan Mora, you got Batman Superman. They're on a different Earth. They found Thunderboy, I believe his name is. It's a sidekick to Superman, but there's a little twist in this. He's now evil, and he has, like, you know, the Justice Society, or, you know, the Justice League from Kingdom Come on his side. And I can't wait to see where this book is going to go, because it sounds a little crazy. But the Dan Mora art is fantastic. But guys, next up is Batman Off-World issue number 2. This is Jason Aaron, Doug Mahnke. I didn't read issue number 1, but I know Batman goes off planet Earth for the first time to fight some aliens, and the writer is Jason Aaron. So I get some hopes there that this story is going to be really good, but the artwork by Doug Mahnke is just, it's worth picking it up just for that. But guys, next up is Canary issue number 2. You got Scott Snyder, you got the Old West, you got Supernatural. What could go wrong? I'm really excited to read issue number 1 and 2 once I get this in hand. But you know what? I read everything Scott Snyder because his writing is so good. And like, you know, Old West, Supernatural, sounds really fun. Next up, The Deviant issue number 2. James Tynion IV. I forgot who the artist is on this book. I believe it's the guy from Department of Truth, Martin Simmons. I could be wrong. I should be checking it right now. Why don't I just do that? I clicked on it, and it is Josh Hickson, not Martin Simmons. So, but the whole story about this book is there's a serial killer who dresses up like Santa Claus who murders people during the Christmas season, which is crazy, it's creepy, it's cool, and we're gonna go on to the next book. Next up is Doctor Strange issue number 10. This series has been really good. It's Jed MacKay. You got Doctor Strange, Clea Strange. They are married, and there's some bad things happening, and they're trying to solve it together. I'm a little behind on this issue. I want to say maybe I'm 1 or 2 issues behind, so I gotta get caught up. But it's Jed MacKay. It's so good. Next up is G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue number 302. I haven't read G.I. Joe ever. And 301 was the restart of G.I. Joe, so I got that. I need to read it. It's in the pile. I'm excited because, you know, I loved G.I. Joes when I was a kid. I loved the cartoon, and that's really all I know about it. I collected figures, and yeah, it's G.I. Joe. 80s nostalgia, the kindling that for me. Transformers, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, let's go. Next up, Gods, issue number 3 from Marvel Comics. I read issue number 1 and I absolutely loved it. I'm really excited to see where issue number 2 goes and then issue number 3. So guys, dive in because guys, it's a really good series by Jonathan Hickman. Next up is Geiger Ground Zero, issue number 2. Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, The Geiger Universe. Let's freaking go. Read this book. Next up, Green Lantern War Journal, issue number 4. I've been really enjoying this series. You got John Stewart. He's like not trapped on Earth, but he's down on Earth, and he has like a ring inside of him. He doesn't need a ring, but it seems like as of this cover, he's forging a new ring with steel. So cool. Definitely read this book. Next up, you got The Incredible Hulk, issue number 7. You got Philip Kennedy Johnson. Nick Klein is finally back as the artist on this book. Maybe he was back on issue number 6, but I know he was not back on 4 and 5. And the artist on those books I did not like at all. But Nick Klein is back. Philip Kennedy Johnson. It's been a really dark take on the Hulk, and it's been a lot of fun. Next up, Lotus Land, issue number 2. Now, I'm really excited to read issue number 1 because it's written by a guy named Darcy Van Polgees, and he wrote Little Bird. It's one of Stephanie and I's favorite comics of all time. If you haven't read it, definitely read Little Bird, and I'm really excited to see a new story from him. I know he's also working on a book called, it's either Precious Metals or Precious Metal, and it's a prequel to Little Bird, and I'm super excited for that. But guys, next up is Nightwing, issue number 109. And I gotta tell you, I haven't been loving the current arc in this book, so I'm super excited for them to get over this arc where he's like on this ship and he's doing, I don't know, weird things are happening in Nightwing right now. Let's get over it and get to the next arc. But guys, next up is Plot Holes, issue number 5. Sean Gordon Murphy on writing and art. This story is fantastic. It is like really good. really, 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 really good. I love the art by Sean Murphy, and the story is really good. You get a bunch of characters who are in books, who are saved out of their books as they were being destroyed, and now they're going from book to save these stories from being destroyed. Really, really cool. You guys have to be reading this book. I'm serious. Read this book. Next up is Rare Flavors issue number 3. Now this book is coming from Rom V, and you guys know I pick up everything this guy writes. He's such a fantastic writer. Now I will say issue number 1 was a little slow, but he's setting up the whole world and the characters. It's really cool. Now the book is going to follow a demon trying to get a movie made, but he basically just wants to eat humans, and I can't wait to see how the story is going to pan out. But guys, the book after that is, I'm a little behind, Red Light issue number 2. Now I am really excited for this book. So this book is set in a brothel where there is an AI robot sex worker that we follow, I believe. That's at least the synopsis that I remember from issue number 1. And somehow a little girl comes into her care, and we follow that story. I like how this sex worker takes care of this little girl. And I'm sure they're going to try to escape, and she's an AI robot, so that's going to be really fun. And there's covers by Jeff DeCall. So just pick up the book for the Jeff DeCall covers and then read them because you have them. See? There you go. Next up, Spider-Boy issue number 2. Now, I am picking this up because I picked up the 1 in 50 ratio variant. I actually picked up 2 of them, and they're so gorgeous. And I don't know who this Spider-Boy character is, and I want to check it out. Now, this is written by Dan Slott. I've enjoyed some of his stuff in the back. It has art by Paco Medina. But you know what? I'm just going to give this book the old college try and give it the first story arc. And if it's not good, you know what? I cut it from my list, and I only pick up the cool covers that I like. Next up is Superman issue number 9. Now, there is something really exciting happening in this issue, and that is the artist is Bruno Redondo. His artwork is so amazing. If you were reading Nightwing when he was on that book, so good. If you read his Suicide Squad book, so good. Just seeing his art is amazing. The fact that he's going to be teamed up with Joshua Williamson on this current Superman run, mind blown, because the story is already fantastic. We had Jamal Campbell as the artist before. Now we got Bruno Redondo. Man, they are putting some heat behind Superman, and the story is fantastic. I love this Lex Luthor Superman story. It's so good, and we get these new villains, and Lex Luthor is helping Superman, but obviously he can't trust him fully, but like, you know, it's so good. The tension is great. Oh, awesome. Next up is Wonder Woman issue number 4. Now, I've only read the first 2 issues, and this is written by Tom King and has art by, oh my god, I'm blanking. Let me just go ahead and click on it. By Daniel Samprier. That's who it is. The first 2 issues were really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of world building, but there is this Amazon that has killed a bunch of humans, and now the U.S. government has kicked out all of the Amazons, and there was some really tragic, sad things that happened during this whole expulsion of the Amazons. Really well told by Tom King. I'm really excited where this is going to go. And issue number 2 had this juxtaposition of a story from Wonder Woman's past to her current fight with the U.S. government. It was awesome. Definitely a must-read book in my opinion, because Tom King is like doing something really cool with Wonder Woman, and we haven't had a really good Wonder Woman book in a very long time, in my opinion. Maybe not your opinion, but in my opinion. So I'm super excited to see where the story is going to go. And the covers have been fantastic, like really good covers. But guys, those are all the books on my pull list and why they're on my pull list and why I'm excited for them. So yeah, just a new take on the Wednesday pull list. I'll be back to hopefully a normal cadence of this video starting in January, because next week's, guys, I am off. I'm not going to make a video during the Christmas break. I'm just going to enjoy my time with my family. So I will see you guys in the new year. That's right, the new year. But guys, stick around because we're going to wrap this video up and you can find out if you guys won last week's giveaway. Alright guys, we are at the end of the video. I'm going to take a second and remind each and every one of you who are still watching right now that you guys are a legend, the true legend, and I truly appreciate you. Now, if you guys watched that video and you guys are not subscribed, but you enjoy comic content, I'm just going to say, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Now, if you haven't hit the like button just yet, do me a favor, smash the like button. It truly helps the video, and you guys have been doing a great job of it because there's been over 150 likes over like the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I truly appreciate you guys when you get me over that 150 like mark. Now, that's all out of the way. Let's go ahead and cut up close and find out who won last week's giveaway. Alright guys, you know how we do this. This is last week's video. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this URL. We're going to take it over here and we're going to place it there. And then we're going to hit this fetch comments button, but not anything goes. There's always a keyword filter. And what is that filter? Well, it is always hashtag I love comic books. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and hit continue. It's going to fetch all those comments that had that in their comment. So there are 44 entries, so let's go ahead and find out who won last week's giveaway. And 3, 2, 1. It was JW Storytelling. Congratulations, and you won with so many cool covers this week. Hashtag I love comic books. Jesse, congratulations on winning last week's giveaway. I believe I have your address, but go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. The link is right here, or you can email it to me because I know you have my email as well. But yeah, give me your address and I will get your winnings out to you in the next, 3 to 4 weeks. It's going to take me a little bit, especially with the holiday coming right around the corner. But Jesse, congratulations. Now, if you guys want to enter next week's giveaway, you need to do 4 things. They're simple, they're easy, and let's cover them right now. First up, you need to live in the United States of America or be willing to pay for the shipping yourself. So if you live in Canada and you want to enter, you can go ahead, but just know that you have to pay for shipping yourself. I'm not going to do that. Next up, you need to be subscribed to the channel. And after that, you need to leave a comment down below letting me know something. Like you can say hello, you can tell me what book you are most excited to pick up this week. Just say something. And you'll last but not least, you need to leave the hashtag I love comic books. That's it. That's how you get entered into next week's giveaway. Now, this is the end of the video, and I just want to thank you guys one more time for watching this late into the video. Now, I am going to have my final order cut off a speculation and recommendations video on Thursday, and that's going to be the last video before I go on that week-long hiatus, and then I'll be back with our normal flow. Now, I do have a review video that I am putting together for a new product that was sent to me by the Board Boys, and it's a really cool product. I already shot a video for it, and then after editing it, I hated it. I really didn't like the job that I did, so I'm redoing it again, and I'm giving it a lot more effort and a lot more just myself. So I'm going to bring that to you guys in the new year, and I hope you guys really enjoy it because it's a really cool product. But guys, that's going to do it for this video, and I will catch you guys on Thursday, and you guys have yourself a great new comic book day on December 20th of 2023, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.